Hey, welcome to Exploration A. For this exploration, you are going to be working on comparing masses. What that means, well, you'll figure out more so actually what it means. Today we're just going to use the word comparing masses, and then tomorrow we'll get a chance to talk about what does comparing masses, or what does the word mass even mean. You're going to see you'll have one of these cards which gives more directions, or you can listen to the video and I'll give you the directions right here. What you're going to need in order to do this is you're going to need your math journal open up to page 25, and it's going to look something like this. I'll set it off to my right side here so that way you can see my work as I do it as well. The other thing you're going to need is a balance pan. This is a balance pan. Why is it a balance pan? Because you have two pans that go on each side, and the goal of using a balance pan is to get each side perfectly balanced. The other thing you need is standard masses. These are your standard masses. Today we're going to be working with measuring our masses to the nearest gram. So each of these look like fun building blocks, but they're not. They each stand for different things. Like the tiny red one says 1G, which means 1 gram. Then there's a 5G, 5 gram. You have a 10 gram, and you have a 20 gram. So these are going to be the different grams that we're going to use to balance out our different objects to find out how much they weigh. So for now I'm going to set these aside. Don't need them quite yet. The last thing you're going to need is objects. It is up to you to find objects that you're going to balance out to find the different masses, and the only thing I need to tell you is that they have to fit inside one of these pans. You can't pick a huge thing. You can't check your desk because it's too big, it's also too heavy, and it's not going to work for this measurement. The first thing you need to do is to make sure that your balance pans are zeroed out. You'll see right here there is a needle, and if it's balanced out, the needle should be pointing straight down right in the middle of the other lines, pointing at that bigger line. Right now it's still moving just a little bit. If for some reason you find that your balance pan is not zeroed out, there is a little dial right underneath here that you can turn until you get it balanced out. Right now I'm just turning it so you can kind of see what happens. See that one side now is getting taller than the other and the needle is completely off. So I'm going to turn it the other way until it gets to where I want it to be. It looks like right about there. I'm going to turn it to just double check. It's easier if I'm looking at it. Oh, not quite yet. Alright, it is now balanced out. So each side is about equal. So now that I'm all zeroed out, I am going to take an object and place it in just one of these pans. So for starters, I am going to use a table captain cone because it's going to be a good one to measure and it fits nicely inside a pan. So you'll notice that the pan side that I put it on is now down. And then the other one, because it's completely empty, has nothing in it that weighs the same. That is where our standard masses come in. So to get started, I might want to play around to say, what do I want to put in here? I can start with a 1 gram, but that's still, it's going to be too light. It's going to take a whole bunch of these. So I'm going to go up to another one. So 10 gram is like saying I have 10 of these small red 1 grams. They're the same thing. 10 1 grams equals a 10 gram. And then 2 of my 10 grams would equal one of these because 10 plus 10 is 20. So a lot of these are going to equal about the same. So I feel like starting with my biggest one. Oh, and nothing even happens. So I know I'm good to start with another big one. Still nothing. I'm going to try another big one. Oh, and it moved. But now this side is way too far down, so I know that this was way too heavy. This is too much. So I'm going to take one out, and I need to find something that's less than 20 grams. So I'll go to my next size down. Ooh, 10 grams. I still need to add more. It's still not quite there. So let me try another 10. Too much. But I guess I should have figured that one out because 10 plus 10 equals one of my 20s. And if I already took a 20 out because a 20 was too big, then 2 10s are way too big. So I'll take that out. Let me try and see if one of my 5s works. See what happens here. Oh, okay, something's happening. So it's not quite too big. It's not too small. I'm going to keep my hands off and wait. Because otherwise, if my hands are on it, I might think it's balanced out, but it's really my hand that is stopping it from moving. So I'm just going to let it go all by itself. You might find that you're not going to be able to get it exact in the middle, and that is okay. Might not ever go exact in the middle because we would really need to get more exact with some of our grams here. But since you only have specific ones that you can work with, you're not going to be able to always get them exact. So if I look, I'm happy with it. It looks almost exact. So now that I've got it exact and it's all balanced out with my object and my standard masses, I'm going to go ahead and work in my journal. So on one side, I need to draw my object the best that I can. So I'm going to draw my cone. So that's what I put in. I drew a cone. On the other side, I need to draw my grams. I have 2 big ones, and I want to make sure I label these 2. So this one was 20, and I'm going to do my G for grams. Make sure you don't forget the units that you're measuring in. 20 G. I have another, it's kind of in half, 10 G. And then I have another one, whoops. Started to make it look exactly like my 10, but it's way too big. Half of that, of 5 G. So all together, if I were to count up all these, I have 20, 40, 50, 55. So 55 Gs. And the G stands for grams. Now that I've got this done, I've drawn it, I've recorded everything is good, I'll go ahead, put back all my materials, put back my object right where I found it, and I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these. I need to find another object. So you can do anything that's going to fit inside this pan. Just make sure that each one is different objects. Like you could go ahead and do a pencil. My pencil fits inside the pan. You could do a marker. Maybe you're going to take one of my board markers and try a board marker because it all fits in the pan. Whatever you do, make sure that you choose some objects. Also be careful because if it's really, really heavy, you might not have enough of my masses in order to be able to figure it out. So best of luck. I can't wait to see your work.